Dr. Disrespect put out a statement in regards to everything that happened over the weekend. If you guys weren't aware, there was allegations against him that he was banned from Twitch back in 2020 for sexting a minor. He made a statement earlier this last week saying that no wrongdoing was found and that he did nothing wrong, no illegal stuff has happened. And over the weekend, a lot of things happened. His sponsors dropped him, his own studio dropped him, right? The Midnight Society dropped his ass, and he ended his stream basically hinting that he wanted to retire. If you guys didn't see that, it was just kind of a weird situation. It almost mirrored what happened back in 2020 when he was kind of having like this moment at the end of his stream. I don't know if you guys seen it all. Here's just a small clip.
Says Roy. I'll be honest. I'm feeling a little fatigued. Feeling a little fatigued. We came in here, champs. We came in here, high energy. But I'm telling you, man, I'm just feeling fatigued, feeling a little burnt out.
Yeah, and he basically said he was going to get off social media and take an indefinite retirement, an indefinite leave of absence, and it was just so similar to what happened when he originally got banned from Twitch. It's almost exact, like his mannerism and everything like that. But I still hold that you're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. However, his statement that he had, there's some inconsistencies, some weird stuff that has popped up that he said, including the date of 2017 being when this happened. And people are saying that he's edited this a couple times to place the word minor in there. That for some reason the word minor was in there, and then he went back and edited it, and it turned a lot of people off and changed everything as far as like the reactions to it. We also have reactions from Ninja talking about the situation earlier, Tim the Tat Man talking about it, and Nick Merckx talking about it. So there's a lot to digest here, but this statement, if you're looking at it, is really wordy. We're going to talk about this. This situation as a whole was just really divisive. A lot of people had their judgments already and their decisions. He's a divisive topic. He's a divisive figure. Me, I said I need to see more evidence, but a statement like this compared to what he said the other day changes everything, and he goes into detail. So you can see he starts off saying, Twitch ban, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. So right off the gate, he's just coming with it, right? Saying cut the bullshit. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. So he basically got dropped from Midnight Society yesterday, if you guys remember. And people were giving them, the hot seat, saying, where's the evidence? Are you guys just responding to allegations? This caused quite a bit of a stir yesterday. I didn't get to talk about it because I was knee-deep in Review Tech USA watching my wrestling matches. But you see, they said, Friday evening, we became aware of our allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, a.k.a. Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we're terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it's our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we've employed along with our community of players. And you can see people like Flash are asking for evidence. Savvy Artist is asking for facts and evidence. D-Day Cobra is asking for proof. Quartering's asking for evidence. I was in the same boat. I needed evidence. I needed proof. I need some screenshots. I need some logs. I need something because, to me, allegations aren't enough. While we should take allegations seriously, it's not enough. But now I guess all this in hindsight, now that this has come out, and I guess some sort of admittance, even though we still are clueless on some stuff, everything's changed at this point. Now, he says, a lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. So we had that individual, Cody, who I'm still kind of a little, I guess, guarded in regards to that former employee, because they had previously been trying to encourage people to come to their banned shows, and if it sold out, they would tell everybody why Dr. Disrespect got banned. So they were using it as leverage for people to come buy tickets to their shows, and I think that was a bad look on their behalf. And let me get this right out of the way. I don't trust Twitch still. I do not trust Twitch at all. I feel that the reason why all this was settled is because Twitch got caught with their pants down as well, possibly looking at people's chat messages without their their consent. I think there was an invasion of privacy here. I also think they got busted not protecting minors, that they allowed minors to be able to access what was, I believe Twitch Whispers had a requirement of being 18 to use. So there's a lot of security issues that I'm speculating about that Twitch is just as guilty about here. But for a former employee to be like, hey, come to my show, and if it sells out, I'll tell you guys why Dr. Disrespect got banned, that wasn't a good look at all. And now he's speaking up because there was 2 employees that said something. So here's where stuff gets a little sticky right here, and I have my opinions on it. He says, were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? Now, real quick, people are saying minor was added in, that this was edited, and he edited the word minor. I know D-Day Cobra deleted his entire video about this situation because it changed everything with him going and editing this in. I believe it was D-Day Cobra. Was it? Let me check. I believe it was. It was either him or Yellow Flash. I could be wrong. Either way, people were deleting their takes from this afternoon after the statement came out because he made some edits. He edited that. Now, 2017, this was back in 2017. We've been hearing 2020. So are you telling me between 2017 to 2020, when Dr. Disrespect got terminated from Twitch, there was years that went by from this incident, quiet under wraps? That's wild. Now, he says yes. The answer is yes right here. There was Twitch whisper messages with the individual minor. Now, here's where wordplay starts to get a little confusing right here. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened. No pictures were shared. No crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. So he's saying no pictures were shared, nothing illegal happened, and that there was no real intentions behind these messages. So to play devil's advocate, man, if you watch like To Catch a Predator or anything like that in the past, and people were like, oh, there was no real intention, I really wasn't going to do anything with that minor, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting when he says there was no real intentions. Now, here's the thing. He's saying there were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. He didn't say sexually inappropriate. So there's still no evidence here that they were sexting at all. And this is not me trying to sweep or defend a predator, as you guys would like to call it. He still didn't say there was sexual inappropriateness here. There was no images shared, according to him. Nothing was illegal. No crimes. Now, direction of inappropriate with the minor, would that be talking about, I guess, locker room stuff? Yeah, that's still inappropriate. You should still try to carry yourself in a manner that couldn't be construed as inappropriate towards minors. But let me tell you this, and I know wokies are going to twist it. Having contact with a minor is not essentially wrong. So let's say I get a DM from somebody that's a fan of my show. Hey, Eric, I appreciate the content. I'm a big fan. Thank you so much. And they're 14 years old. If I just respond professionally saying, thank you, I appreciate it, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, when you start to get into, I guess, semantics like parasocial stuff and things like that, things get cloudy. That's why it's best to not be parasocial with your audience, because you just never know. Somebody's going to twist something, even if it's not sexual, even if it's not inappropriate. People are going to say, hey, you're a older 40-year-old guy. You shouldn't be talking to anybody that's under 18, which, yeah, court of public opinion, I can agree with that. But if you're keeping a professional conduct, if you're talking to people, thanking them from the sport, and just keeping it like that, I see nothing wrong with it. But apparently, he's saying these leaned inappropriately, and we don't have details of what this is. If there was a way to get these chat logs, if Twitch could print these out, this would put a lot more of a clarification on what's going on here. But either way, the fact that he edited the word minor into this statement after the fact, and he's still kind of being gray about it, and everybody's being gray, it's leaving it really complex and confusing to understand what was right or wrong here, right? I have no clue. You have no clue. We don't know. And he's a married man, too. So if you're talking to a minor, we still don't know if there's a female or a male either. If you're talking to a male, a minor, I need to get some drink. My throat's parched, and let me gather my thoughts. You're talking to a minor in a conversation that's leaning a little inappropriate. That's a little bit of a red flag, in my opinion. You're a married man. Keep it professional, right? Now, jokes and stuff like that, as long as they're not sexual, I could see that being okay as well. But if you go sexual, if you go inappropriate, that's where I kind of have an issue with it. Now, he says, now from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. So that's like, that has to be an admission right there. He's not going into detail, but he's saying that these conversations shouldn't have happened. So he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out for some reason. I don't know. Honestly, just come out and fucking say it. If you're innocent, just come out and say, guys, I didn't do shit. But he's saying there was whispers. He's saying these were inappropriate, but there was nothing illegal. So he's still kind of like, prove it. Do you not have the chat logs? Does Twitch not have them? Is that part of something that's covered by the settlement because Twitch would be in hot water too? That's what I want to fucking know. Now he says, now with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. So now he's saying that as well. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst for your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. And I completely agree. This is back to where I say, dude, allegations, exaggerated allegations at that have no evidence. I believe people that throw those out, 110%, should be susceptible. Is that the word? I always have problems coming up with words without stuttering, but they should be held accountable for making false allegations. So if somebody out here is outright saying he's a pedophile and that they're throwing those out and it's like a Twitch employee or something, they should 110% be responsible for damages to his reputation and slander and all that. I don't believe in accusations without evidence. With that said, he's coming out here admitting that he did have messages with people, but he's also saying he's not a pedophile and there was nothing illegal about it. We can't really do much. Our hands are tied between these statements and everybody dropping him and everything going on right here. I'm not going to call him a pedophile. I'm just going to say it's not a good look to suddenly retire and make a long statement and have all your sponsors dropped. Evidently, there's something enough here to where people are saying yikes. And it's unfortunate to see. You hate to see this stuff. Now, he says, but I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear? Yeah, fucking right. So he's taking an indefinite break. He's admitted right there. He's not going anywhere. He's coming back after his vacation. The issue is, though, a lot of this is still pretty sus. A lot of it isn't a good look, and I can't fuck with it, and other people can't either. You can see Raw's alert says, me reading this for the third time as you keep editing this like crazy. Vicarious Nick says, I got caught before I did anything illegal with a minor. Summed it up for you. Steven Crowder says, you edited out minor and then edited it back in. D-Day Cobra says, to be honest, you should have been banned for using Twitch whisper messages in general. Embarrassing. Were there real intentions behind these messages? Absolutely not. I mean, look at this. Philly Beats for You says, I'm just confused. How does someone who has a whole ass family, money, everything in life throw it away just to be horny online with a minor in the whispered DMs? The stuff blows my mind. I mean, honestly, it was a mistake, and you could say that you're not the same person, even if you made changes and stuff. Once you make a statement like this and admit to it, the court of public opinion is never going to let it go. And I know this was a desperate situation for him because over the weekend he's had sponsors drop him. He's had, his own studio drop. I mean, just look, like this Turtle Beach. They dropped all his merch, anything to deal with him, all branding. He's losing all of his brand deals. His money's going away. And, yeah, when you start to be backed into a corner, you're going to make these statements. And, I don't know, the whole editing stuff is weird. I would have had a lawyer look at it. I wouldn't have typed it myself. I would have had somebody proofread it. I would have chosen my words wisely. Again, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. If he settled, he settled. But my opinion is that this statement has a lot of stuff still that just adds even more questions. And why is this a huge mystery still? Who fucking knows, honestly. My main thing now is, why was Twitch hiding this shit? Now, let's go ahead and look at the reactions from people. Here's Nick Merckx, who's somebody that's been close with the doc for years. Let's watch his statement.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and
I completely agree.
Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter. I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird, but what can you do, So I just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts and how I'm feeling. And look, I hope you guys have a good day, all right?
You can tell there's a severe amount of disappointment there. Now, this individual right here, the first comment we're going to look at it, he says, no wrongdoing, no criminal case, no legal ramifications, paid up by Twitch, no proof shown of the details of the conversations or of what inappropriate actually means, no idea what Doc knew regarding age before the message. These things need to be addressed. Stat. I completely agree. And you can see he's disavowing it. He said there was no excuse for that, for any of that. But people are still going to give him shit. I've seen people that are wokey progressives that, for whatever reason, they defend grooming children to become trans and, LGBTQ, but they see a problem with this. That they should just see a problem with messing with kids in general, in any way, shape, or form bad. Whether it's Twitch whispers or providing them access to non-FDA approved fucking hormone stuff, right, Keffels? So you can see Nick Merckx is pretty pissed off about it. Now, here's Tim the Tap Man talking about it, and, yeah.
Wow, this is absolutely insane, bro. Everything I'm seeing.
I completely agree on that. All this is too much.
I've known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years, and seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there. I think for me, I know a lot of you are asking, Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? My bottom line, I think, is if what he is saying, where he said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on inappropriate, if he knew that was a minor and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that.
I can't either. Nobody should. Unfortunately, we still don't know if he knew the individual was a minor or not. And I really wish Doc would have put that in this statement. He didn't. We still don't know if he knew ahead of time if this individual was a minor or not. That's one of the most unfortunate things about this situation, is that we don't know that. And that would clarify a lot of fucking things.
I can't. I appreciate y'all. This is beating me up, but this is unfortunate to say the least. This is awful. So
You can see the disappointment.
appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love you give,
And yeah, you should be disappointed. It's a close friend. It's you hate to see stuff like this. Again, we don't know if the individual let Dr. Disrespect know they were a minor, or if Disrespect was aware of it at all. That's the gray area in all this. But still, married man, even entertaining an inappropriate conversation from somebody could be frowned upon. Now, continuing on, Robert Bowling, who is part of Midnight Society, also made a statement, and he was more fired up than anything. He said, "This is a statement from me personally. It does not reflect any of my companies and has not gone through any legal or PR approvals. If you inappropriately message a minor, I cannot work with you, period. I promise to only act on facts," and I did. And I believe he's also the studio head at Midnight Society, which was the people that Dr. Disrespect founded this studio with. They were making a game that people were pretty excited for. Disrespect was basically the figurehead of the whole entire company, and now everybody's pretty pissed off at him. Now, continuing on, this was earlier in the day before these allegations were addressed by Dr. Disrespect. Ninja even made a statement on this, basically just saying...
Here's what I'll point out for now, and that is, if you guys don't know, Midnight Society, which is the game that Doc helped build, right, and create, and he was a part of the company, did their own investigative research behind the scenes, right, and found enough evidence to let him go from the company, right? Not administrative leave, not we'll address this later, let him go after doing their own research, right? And after doing their own internal investigation behind the scenes. So, if that's not enough, right, evidence or enough to, they found...
He has a point there, and he even said a settlement, no matter what it looks like publicly, usually means somebody did something. And you settle to cover things up, you settle to not let things get out there. Which, that's a fair point. To me, yeah, settlements always kind of look a little like, hey, guys, let's wrap it under wraps. And let's just look at some stuff that other people are saying before we close it out here. Very dark. Ask a lot of questions as well. This Doc situation is crazy at this point. I'm trying to wrap my head around everything like most people. I believe in innocent until proven guilty, and the statement from Midnight Society where they claim they've talked to parties involved seems suspect to me given the short amount of time since the allegations were made. And I ask myself, who is it they could have talked to? Cody? Journalist? Either way, it definitely wasn't Twitch, as they most likely under the same NDAs Doc is. Tweets made in 2023 by Cody have surfaced showing him trying to profit off of this knowledge, meaning that if something did happen, he's as guilty as everyone else for not saying anything sooner. That's the thing. That is the fucking thing. I think the fact that Cody was trying to profit off of it, I'm like, okay, what is Twitch hiding? What's Twitch doing here? Now, this email is allegedly, it's a potential leak. It's not confirmed. This is saying that all sorts of stuff were here that is, I guess, being used to say that there was a setup. There was a whole plan to, I guess, get him removed, that Twitch employees couldn't stand him. It's a huge fucking read. You can find it on Twitter if you want to go. There's no confirmation on any of this, but I think this rabbit hole of the whole situation is much bigger than what we're all picking up and putting down on this situation. I think there's a lot more that's not come to light. I think there might be Twitch employees involved, other streamers involved. This is a weird situation, guys. This is probably easily, and I heard Keemstar say this the other day, this is probably the biggest gaming story in the last decade, if not top 3, for as big of a figure as Dr. Disrespect was and all the stuff being covered up. Like, this is allegedly getting into territory that is, like, beyond he said, she said stuff. Now, Melanie Mack also said that Dr. Disrespect should drop the chat logs for full context, were inappropriate messages about the minor or some locker room jokes unrelated that shouldn't have been said. Either way, this isn't a good look. Is he a pedo? We won't know without the logs. But is this gross and stupid? Yes, it is gross and stupid. But we can't say without seeing the logs if he's a pedo or anything like that. We just know that inappropriate, it leaned towards inappropriate, which could it be locker room talk? You know, you still want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You still want to see humans be good humans. Continue on, D-Day Cobra says, all these guys have direct contact with the guy. They could simply just call the dude and ask him straight up what happened, but instead it's all performative for social media. This is our world now. And yeah, I honestly, that's a fucking really good fucking point there by D-Day Cobra. They all can access it. I don't know if Dr. Disrespect would trust them at this point now that they made statements. But for 4 years, it didn't come up at all between his friends. Was there NDAs that were holding Dr. Disrespect quiet about it privately? I mean, I've known friends that had NDAs to shit, and they still told me crap. And I didn't go out and repeat it. But I don't know. Again, who's covering up who here? Is Twitch covering up shit? Is Disrespect covering up shit? Who knows? Now, Quartering is still saying that he's not going anywhere with the whole situation. I guess, you know, he's supporting behind him 110%. And I can see there's still a lot of people supporting Dr. Disrespect on this. And again, he's a divisive topic. He's a divisive individual. He said a lot of stuff that's pissed a lot of wokies and progressives off. Obviously, a lot of people at Twitch didn't fucking like him. But at the end of the day, he admitted he had slightly inappropriate messages with a minor back in 2017, and he got banned because of that. Nothing said they were sexual in nature. Nothing illegal occurred. But this is still a bad look. And people were removing their support for him. So this was a huge update to this situation that I think we're not even done with at this point. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff come to light. I think we're going to see a lot of people come out and say stuff. Again, my red flags are, do we trust Twitch? Fuck no. The Twitch employee, Cody, that went out there trying to profit off of this and get his band dates to sell out so he could, you know, I'll tell you guys the truth. Nah. Where's the chat logs? Those need to be shown. Twitch, show them. If there was something that was this crazy enough to remove somebody completely and cancel them off the internet, we need to see it. We need to see it at this point. I'm still holding Dr. Disrespect accountable, though, for not being professional with the minor. Even though, let's be honest, let's call a spade a spade. 90% of people out there have been inappropriate with somebody in DMs. But it's not good with a minor, okay? It's not good at all to be inappropriate with a minor. If it was an adult, it would just be like, okay, he's a married man cheating on his wife in text. But to say that you're having inappropriate conversations with a minor, I can't jive with that either. So this whole situation, again, like I said, it's a fucking mess. I don't think we've seen the end of it, but the statement this changed everything, especially with the whole editing it multiple times to add in the word minor. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you on the next one.